Hey everyone, welcome to Trade with Rob, brought to you by wealthbuildershq.com. This update is for Friday, October 3rd, 2025. Hope you're having a great day. Hope it's been a good trading day for you. As we get started, keep in mind everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. All right, so we're going to start off with some candidates from our last update, which were for yesterday's trading day. We had three of them, and actually all three had triggered. So the very first one was FUTU. FUTU. And keep in mind, we're looking at data for the second, which in this case was the first, for the second to last candle. So we got a quick little bounce on FUTU here on Wednesday. Let's go over and take a look at that candle. All right, so we got the move up in here, right? We came up, we closed, we retested, we bounced. There's the entry as we got our bounce. Right, so we're in FUTU at about 175.40, and we're out at 176.40. So we had a full dollar move on that one, right, on FUTU. If we go back and look at the daily chart, you'll see that we closed up decent for the day, nothing great. Right, next was SPGI, like spaghetti. Right, so we had a gap away. We closed here the previous day when we did the update. We had this gap away, and then this fail that took place, all right? Just tremendous fail. So we're looking on the first for where that happened. So let's go to a 5-minute chart. Here we have the first. So we got a gap up, quick move down. We broke, came back up. Let's go look at a 1-minute candle at this point. And here's the one. So here's the move up. Actually, we got the move up. We came back and we tested and we bounced. We took the bullish trade on this, not the bearish. We closed bearish on the day. This was one that had gone against us. All right, so we had taken the bullish trade and no luck. All right, so this one we got in at 486.30. We got out at 483. So we're down 237.60 on SPGI. I'll show you the stats in a moment. WDAY is our last one. All three trades triggered for yesterday. Woo! What a great setup yesterday, huh? So we're looking for the bearish trade off of the 241 level. Let's go look at a 5-minute candle. So we came down, we closed up here, dropped. There's the entry on the drop. Whole day down and sideways. What a great setup to just show you numbers on this one instead of even bothering to explain it. Here's the WDAY. We got in at 240.20. We got out at 234.50. So we're up $410.40 on this. Overall, good day. We're up 19,139.76, 64 winners, 8 have gone against us, 0 break-evens. 72 trades taken, on average 265.83 is the P&L per trade. One contract trades are all these are, right? So let me go over and look at the S&P 500. Then I want to explain, for those of you that are brand new and those that are just trying to wrap your head around it, let's talk about the ideal setup and what we look for on what is called a switchback trade. So all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, even closing high today, right? Closing high yesterday, closing high today. Life is good. We're in a good strong bullish move. Pull back in there. Not too concerned. The tariff type news, the shutdown type news that's happening out there, that is something that will continue to affect and grind on the markets at some point. I don't think the markets have really taken into account yet anything for it. We will see if Social Security checks start coming out later and things like that. If those types of things start happening, we're going to have some problems. So I am personally anticipating this to be the longest shutdown in history of our government. Look, we already look like fools around the world. Why not just let it go? You know, what the heck. But we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days and weeks. With that, our very first candidate is SPY. And what are we looking at here? This is called a switchback trade. Why? Switchback, in an ideal world, we find a trade where the stock is sitting near a key level. Support or resistance, it doesn't matter. Well, we've got an opportunity to go in both directions. Here, I like the bullish side first, right? So let's talk about that one first. We're going to grab a blue marker. I would like to see a small move up, a retest of the 669.49, and a bounce. If that happens, we're going to take the trade on the bounce. We're going to put our stop somewhere below the 669.49. And resistance is at 678.65. My target's going to be right about 676, 677, somewhere in that range, somewhere in between there, we're going to set it up. All right, so that's if it moves to the upside. So we've got a bullish trade set up as a potential for tomorrow. But then we also have a bearish trade. If the market opens down tomorrow and the SPY starts moving down, ironically, that's what would happen, right? If it was the market opening down, we get a small move down, a retest, and a drop. If we can get that to happen, take the trade off of the fail, stop on the other side of 669.49. And keep in mind, if you are a subscriber to Trade with Robin, it is free. You go over to your members area for it. If you're unsure where to find it, go to support, send an email to support@wealthbuildershq.com, or just log in at wealthbuildershq.com. And you'll see on the member side, members area, on the left side, you'll see links to Trade with Rob. Go there, and there's going to be 2 key training videos in there. One of them is an hour and a half, I think, long on the entire strategy. And then one of them is about 10 or 15 minutes long on a high volatility strategy that we've got there as well. So we're looking at support being right around 664. We're looking at a target of 665, maybe and a half, 666. There's not as much room to the downside on this one. I like it, but I don't. Okay. Now, with that being said, this is a switchback. It can go one way or another. It doesn't matter. Just keep switching back and forth, back and forth. We can trade both sides of this. That's an ideal world. Not every stock will give us a bidirectional or a true switchback to go after. Right here, we're looking at VRTX, which is Vertex Pharma. If we go and grab the drawing tools, I like the upside best for this. Small move down to this 407 level and a bounce. Right? If it does, we're going to take the trade off of the bounce. We're going to put our stop down below that 407.39. Resistance is at 421.25. My target here is probably about 419, 418, 419. Somewhere in between there is going to be my target. My downside, I don't have the line in there, and I'll draw it in a moment because I just realized it was missing, is we need, that's not quite there. It's probably closer to here, but we need a 400 level. 100-point levels are critical, right? Don't worry about this. So if we fail, retest, and drop, we're going to take the trade off of the fail, stop on the other side. If my support is at 400, my target's at about 402. 402 and a half, somewhere around there. We don't have as much room to the downside. So we do need to add that 400 level. I like to put them in a very particular fashion. Just snap a line. I really don't care where it goes. I'll change it to 400. We'll go to a dash dot. We will change this to a red. That's the one that I use for all of them. Right? And now you can see where my support level is right there. Right? Lastly is WDAY, which ironically was the trade we did the best on yesterday. Right? So 410.40 was our P&L on WDAY. So let's take a bigger picture look at WDAY. Let's do this. There we go. Keep going. I want to see. All right, there we go. We got it. Okay, good fib. A little bit older, but it's a good fib. All right, I like the downside best here. So we're going to grab a red pen. All right, give me a retest of that 233 and jingle. Fail. It doesn't have to come all the way up, which you'll see that in the video, in the training. Stop is on the other side. If support's at 225 and a half, my target here is going to be about 227, give or take, right? And again, you'll set yours based on your risk. Now, we're going to put a hard resistance at 237.63. This is resistance. So right about 235 would be the target. Here's the problem. I don't have enough room. So this is not really a switchback. It's just one of the better candidates we have available. Not every trade sets up perfectly for a switchback, and I don't want to give you the false hope that you're going to find a trade here for the upside. There's just not enough there. All right, so with that, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Make it a profitable one, and I will see you all on our next update. Bye for now.